Okay, so we finished up with the calibration. So we're going to bring this down a little bit out of our way. There's all our master information, and we're going to go into Analyze Stars. Now for the new person just beginning out, go ahead and leave this ticked as is for automatic number of stars to target. And at this point we can click on Analyze Stars, and it's going to go through all of our lights. We'll scroll back up here to the top, and as it's rolling through here, we can shorten this up a little bit. It's going to give us some information such as the number of stars and the star density, the background of dispersion, SNR and noise, the full width half maximum, a quality score, which is going to come into play later on, and the registration RMS number of stars. So this information, as it's going through, will start to be filled in, and you'll see numbers popping up here. And for right now, we're not going to worry so much about the number of stars or any of this information. What we are going to look though is at a quality score once it has been brought in. So let's let this run and we'll be right back. So while this is running, you'll see here as it's going through each one of the frames, it'll tell you which frame it is on, what it's analyzing. It's going to give the number of stars that is found in the image, which is 504, and of course it's going to give a quality score of the image itself. It'll also put in for your full width half maximum minimums, and this information applies through. And it's just going to continue to chew through, and you can go back and look and see where it was at and what it's doing, and just let it run at this point. So you can see for some images, the quality scores may be higher or lower than the other ones, and when it comes time for the registration integration, it's going to take those into account. So one of the things you can realize about APP is that a lot of the behind the scenes working is for your advantage, and majority of the time go ahead and leave your settings as is to start off with, because it will, just leaving on the standard settings typically will give you very good results. Later on, as you become more experienced with it and you're understanding and learning the terms better, you can then start making small adjustments in order to capitalize on the data that you have or to correct issues that you have. So this will be completing here in just a minute, and we'll get the ding dong here. And there we go. So if we come back down here to the bottom, we look at our lights. We're going to see all the information again. Again, we can shorten this up, make it a little bit easier to see. So here's our light frames with the master bias applied, the master darks, the master flats, and the bad pixel maps. And it has now had the stars analyzed. It's been calibrated, CA. And star means we are now into the analyze star stage. And as we come across, here's the information that has been filled out. Here's our star density, our quality scores, the full width half maximums. It's given us more information as far as our camera, the color space, the dimensions, the CFA, the types, and the fits images, what it's loaded as, and then the megabyte size, which all these should be 31. So with that, we're going to go right into register. On register, you can set a preference, and by setting a preference, you can go through these quality scores, and you can manually find one that you may want to use that is better than the other ones that you think or may be. However, APP will automatically choose one. So in this point, if you see the black line here, it is going to be integrate ref, which means it's going to be used, this particular image as the reference for all the other ones. Again, it is up to you to decide if you want to use a higher scoring or lower scoring photo, depending on which one you want to use. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and let APP make its decision and use this one as its reference. Don't worry about adjusting these for right now. We're going to leave these as is. Again, you're welcome to hover over the top of them in order to see exactly what they mean. We're not going to worry about flipping our descriptors. We're not going to use any dynamic distortion correction at this point. We're going to leave this as no distortion model. We're going to leave these algorithms as is. Registration mode we're going to leave as normal. We're going to leave registration model set as projective. And we're not going to worry about any of these down here. What we're going to concentrate on is just click on start registration, and it's going to chew through and do all of the work in the background. So this will be completed here in just a minute, and we'll be able to move on to normalize.